Talk Shoes. Recorded live.
Good evening. This is the first in a series of episodes of the Michael Katherine discussion group saga. This deals with a discussion group in a small city in northeast Texas, which met weekly on Tuesday nights during 1980 and 1981. The founders of the group, Michael and Katherine, met a tragic end in late 1981 that will be dealt with in a future episode. Each of the discussion groups lasted approximately 2 hours. Each of these episodes will chronicle portions of each discussion group. Not necessarily the entire discussion group in its entirety, of course, but portions of it. From time to time in various episodes, I will offer commentary. I will offer insight because I was present at each of these discussion groups and I recorded them. I also was close personal friends with Michael and Katherine during this period of time during which the discussion groups occurred. So kick back and listen to the first episode of the Michael Katherine discussion group.
This wasn't until I was in Vietnam that anything for me, anything changed, anything looked different than the everyday, mundane, go out and make a buck and live as easy as you can and just, cruise through life as easy as possible. Now, years ago, I was as money grabby as the next person. And when I say that's changed, it's changed because I've been made aware of the realms of possibility that if I earn the right to them, they are mine. They are mine, as much mine as a Coke can I just brought in here. And we are programmed, and that's why I admire you, because at a time when in this part of the country and in this social environment we lived in, it was not really acceptable to go beyond the bounds of what everybody else around you considered normal.
My son kept me suppressed for years, and he's psychic too. But he was ashamed of it. Well, they'll call you that old fortune teller. I said, I don't care. It's a God-given gift, and I should use it. He really and truly did. Oh, no. I know all what this woman's name will record over tomorrow and go mercifully to somebody, to write a feature article. What you call me that day? And she said, I'd like to do an article that I've been out tonight in an article. Baker told me you were very, very psychic. Well, these two all the books that came in, Margaret would get me to read them and then give her a blow of count out of them. And I said, I couldn't do that because I feel like it might be embarrassing to my son. And she said, well, when will he be home? I said, well, he's coming home alone. She said, will he be back? I said, yes, I'll answer, but I can give you his answer right now. It will be no. Well, and then I told him what he wanted me to, and my mother did it too. Really, I'd rather you wouldn't. And I said, well, I knew you'd say that, and I'll just tell her to that effect. But how long ago was that? Oh, about 4 years ago. It was shortly after I retired. It was about 3.5 years ago.
Yeah. In many ways, we are not that far away socially and environmentally from the Salem witch trial. You got that guy.
You're speaking about Vietnam. Harry used to coach out at the book. Well, when the kids would have to go to Vietnam, always, every month, there's 3 of them over there at one time. Well, I was sending them cookies, socks, Kool-Aid because the water was so contaminated. You had to have something the doctor could have. I'm sending my big package there, but
Used to make it legit.
Heather, Ma, and he said, well, Mama haven't heard from David, and he said the package had time to get over there. Well, all at once, I said, David's been injured. He's stuck on a landmine. He said, how do you know that? I said, it just knows. Well, the next day he got a letter. He was in the hospital. He was stuck on a landmine. He was lucky that it didn't blow him all to pieces.
Well, you know, one of my first clairvoyant, our precognition type experiences that I ever had, I had gone to Dallas for a couple of days, and I was on the way back on the bus. And as I was looking at the scenery, I was about 20 miles from there. And in my mind, I saw flashes of fire. I saw tremendous explosion. Well, about 10 minutes later, a butane tank, the remains of it were lying there, and there were fire trucks, police cars, just a tremendous.
Hello, Paul.
How you doing?
I'm just I can't see, but that's not a petition.
The three, it's trying to get us to quit. That's what we're doing.
My brother-in-law said,
I have another on my desk if you'd like to get it.
oh, sure, go ahead.
But anyway, that I had seen it in my mind as it was occurring. And then when the bus got there to where it had happened, they were cleaning up the remains of it. But I had in my mind envisioned the explosion the same time that it was occurring 10 miles away. Now, isn't that fascinating?
Yes. At least you weren't there.
It's I'm glad that I was.
You know, I had a protective kind of spirit when it died. I was going down to LBJ one night. I made a stop that just kind of a spur of the moment stop, and then after I stopped, I wish I just kept going where I was going and not wasted the time. And getting back on the freeway and going on down the road, there had been an accident. It was a silver Trans Am and a pickup truck. And I never really did figure out exactly what happened. But when I went off the freeway, the pickup truck was beside me, the silver Trans Am was 2 car lengths behind me.
They say, well, we meet once a week, so this takes a little longer than the chick there.
I hope it's not a big hit there. But, and it can be, just momentary, thought of grandeur or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was stopped for a reason. And when you start becoming aware, that's a terminal word, because sometimes some of the things that you're doing, you're not even consciously aware of them. But as you become more and more aware and even attempt to use these things, different people call them different things. There's a course I went through, that tied me into it. And it was a strange course. It was called the Silver Mind Control, which to me, I readily admit when I started taking the course, I had a mental block because I don't want anybody controlling my mind. My mind is warped enough to start with that I have my own problems in functioning in day-to-day society because of my own awareness level, I can see many of the needs for changes that nobody with the power to do so will even attempt to change.
When you see what you do, and I know I do it every day, and I'm sure that Mary does, and everyone here, we're dealing with so many different levels of people every day that we automatically check ourselves. I know I do. There are things that I start to say, and then I back up. You're not ready for that. They get someone in, and then they go, wow!
yeah, they got to give me a funny look, and I say, well, I'm dealing with a subject they're not ready to deal with.
All right, one time I was reading the tarot cards for a friend of mine, all right? My sister-in-law, I didn't know she was going to be my sister-in-law at the time, but anyway, she came over at this friend's house. And she says, read my fortune. So I'm just, laying like I'm reading. And I've been drinking a little bit of wine, and, I really didn't think. She says, how do I die? Without thinking, I says, by your own hand. It just, popped out without my ever thinking. So she said, you didn't say no more. Like that. Now, really good. And from then on, I go over to my wife's parents' house and sit down and catch that girl staring at me. And every time I look over at her, she'd jerk her head away. And I one day, I said, what in the world is matter with Susan? I don't know. Why? I said, well, I'll catch her staring at me, or something. She'll jerk her head away like she's afraid to be seen looking at me or something. And that girl, even now, sometimes I'll catch her doing that. And she's known me for like 3 years now. But still, I'm sure she's got that memory back in the back of her head. And I never thought when I said it. It just popped in my mind. I knew how she was going to die, and it's a good thing probably a good thing
maybe she had contemplated suicide maybe once, twice, many times. Mm-hmm. But even when you get to the point where, things like clairvoyance and all these other things are not new to you. Right. It is still an odd occurrence, or sure, it makes you kind of look at the person. When they even tell you something about yourself, they should not know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No. Even though I am psychic to a point, and I can read the cards to a point sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes there's a block there. And so, in this particular case, I really blurted it out without thinking, and it has really it threw me, because I normally won't say anything like that. If I see anything like that, I'll just say, well, I don't know.
To a certain extent, we all are going to die by our own hand. Sure, because we've chosen that method of getting out of here in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not speaking of the realm of possibility. I'm speaking of a gun and shooting yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, any method of death is like, I understand it.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad. It's pure escapism.
You were talking about your thing on the freeway.